first of all, I use the stock camera app. If you guys are like for free, if you don't want to buy any of those nice apps. And then the next app I'll be using is the video editor and of course Instagram, where else are you gonna post the stories? So the suggested apps I use Filmic Pro for all my phone stuff, but for today's tutorial, I'll just be talking about the stock camera because free. Filmic Pro is not free, but it is both. It is available for both Android and iOS. So if you want the best possible image quality that your phone can have, I really recommend getting Filmic Pro. The next video editor that I recommend is VN Video Editor Maker. Vlog Now. It's basically it's like a toned down version of Premiere, which I love. It has its own color presets. It has overlays and animations. And you can even choose the aspect ratio and resolution. For me, this is the best right now because it's available for Android and iOS, and I use Android. And if I had LumaFusion on my phone, then I would use that. LumaFusion is my next go-to if you're on iOS, because sadly it's not available for Android. LumaFusion is the best video editing software aside from Adobe Premiere. And lastly is Adobe Premiere. Sadly, LumaFusion and Premiere are not on Android, so if you're on iOS, then I would really take advantage of these. Adobe Premiere is free, while LumaFusion is 1,500 pesos. Moving on is, do not use the Instagram app to record your stories. Well, if you want something quick and you just don't care about making making a nice linear storyline for your stories, then by all means, go ahead. But if you want the best quality possible, then I don't recommend using the Instagram app because first, the resolution is only 720p and the bitrate is not as good as your phone camera app. So using your stock camera is the way to go, especially since for stock cameras, you can change your lenses. I really love changing lenses. That's why I use this K20 Pro. So if you guys have 3 lenses on your phones, then we're gonna talk about that later. The settings I use, it is important to know the settings for your camera. For those of you who can shoot 4K on your phones, then I really recommend shooting 4K. If you can change your bitrate, which is the quality of the 4K, then that would be better. They would make everything look nice. So I always set everything to high. Everyone likes high quality footage. Unless you're one of those people who like the Super 8 look, which is fine, but I'm not a fan. I always shoot at 4K 60 FPS on my phone, except when it's at night. I love doing the slow motion stuff, and it's just personal preference. From there, like I said earlier about the lenses, I'm standing in the same position in these 3 photos. And the first one is with the wide angle lens. The second is with the standard zoom. And then the third is with the telephoto zoom. So it's really convenient to have these new phones. I actually didn't buy a phone until the 3 lenses came out. I've been using the iPhone 6. And then when this came out last year, I upgraded to this. Just because the iPhone 11 Pro it's kind of expensive. I'm not that loaded. And honestly, if it has 3 lenses, I was good with it. If it shoots 4K, I'm good with it. So the next lesson is to create your story. You can always break down stories into 3 basic rules. Of course, advanced filmmaking has more to it, but for these short stories, then it's good to have a beginning, a middle, and the end. If you guys see, this is Neo from The Matrix. On the left side, it's Neo before he took the pill, and on the right is a more developed Neo. So it shows the character progression in the story. So these are one of the 3 films that I've made for my Instagram. I call this one Isolation. Basically, it's my day-to-day life during this whole quarantine period. these videos are very short because they're for Instagram stories. Hey guys, I just wanted to invite everybody to check out our YouTube channel, Kamira Productions. We're actually uploading all our behind the scenes content week by week. So next week you'll see episode 1. If you guys want to watch episodes 1 to 9, it's available right now on facebook.com/Kamira Productions. Check us out. So that was our invite. We made that story to invite people to check out our channel. Please do. So that last video was a tribute to my friends that I miss so much. And basically, as you can tell, the videos got more advanced throughout the whole thing. But we're going to be focusing on isolation because it is the more easy way to go when it comes to this home mobile filmmaking stuff. So the story is the beginning, the middle, and the end. I usually start my day off with coffee. I think most millennials can relate to that because coffee is life nowadays. Next, I probably spend the rest of the day just watching Netflix and video games. I don't know what else, YouTube. Honestly, that's just life now. And I always make it a point to see the sunset every day. I gotta get some fresh air after a whole day of just playing video games. And that's my story. Basically, it's just my whole day. So the next is to organize your footage. I don't shoot everything in order. I always shoot, since I come in a world of filmmaking, we always shoot the easiest locations first, and then we just choose the order in post-production. So if you can see on the left, like the number is 6, 7, 5, 3, 4, etc. That's because I shot my bedroom scene first, the kitchen scene next, and then lastly, of course, the exterior scenes. If you guys can remember the thumbnail of how you shot it in order, then it would make your life a whole lot easier because that's what I did. And then here's a yeah. Here's a quick time lapse of how I sorted everything. Is it where? Oh, there. So I remember one is my first, obviously, because that's where I pour the coffee, and then I just remember it from there. If you guys can't remember your thumbnails, or like if you think this clip would be better at the end, then you can always move it in the timeline after. But it really helps out. It really speeds up the process if you can do it beforehand. So that's me pouring the coffee. So I just cut off the beginning parts, like shirtless me. Then I move the footage. Okay, this is what I love about VN. The fact that you can overlay your footage. So I still have audio from my coffee pouring, and I can show a different scene, which in the industry we call a smash cut. So the coffee still pouring, and now I'm choosing where the cut goes. Because I don't want to cut the audio. And I got it. I didn't want to show just no screen, so that's why I changed scenes right there. again, I did the overlay while I'm typing. So you hear the typing sound, but you're looking at what I'm typing, which is better than just looking at me typing. Once again, the app I'm using is VN. It's completely free. You guys, this is the best free software you can get. It has no watermark. You can choose whether to upload it in square, in vertical, or horizontal. There's a watermark at the end, but you can delete it like I just did. So after that, I usually choose the music after the whole edit because it's 30 seconds. I don't really have to think about the music. Oh, by the way, these are my friends Luigi and Icy. They are Sepia Times. You can check them out on Spotify. So choosing the music, like what kind of mood do you want it to set? Music should help serve the story. Don't show a film where it's so moody, but your music is something like what's happy right now? I don't know. 1975 is not pretty happy. Blackpink. I don't really listen to K-pop, but I think like if I chose something like Blackpink, it would be very wrong. So the song I chose is Yellow Lights by Harry Hudson. I chose this song because it really shows the emotion of the video being sad, being emotional, like I can't see my friends, I can't go to work. So I chose that song. Lastly is coloring. This is Adobe Premiere. You want to let your color serve the story. Once again, guys, every story is always king. So everything you do in the video should be with the story. I'm pretty sure Dom will talk about that. Shout out to Dom. So color can help set the tone of your video, and it adds another layer of visual interest. Remember to use color that aids the story. Just like the music, you don't want a moody color and you don't want a moody video, a moody story, and have like pop bright colors. So usually you'll obviously want to color it right. So another thing about VN is that they have probably the widest selection of free filters there is. These are all free, and you can adjust each clip with contrast, its saturation, white balance, exposure, like this. This clip, I was changing the white balance. Now it looks the white balance looks right. If you guys don't know what white balance is, it's the neutral way of basically it's like putting your colors in neutral, not too warm and not too cool. Because you saw earlier it was too warm. That's what I love about VN because they include white balance for free, which is it's pretty rare to have that for free in these free mobile editing softwares. Guys, if VN is not for you, I really recommend checking out other stuff. But for me, VN is the way to go. So that's just me fiddling out, make sure all the colors match. So this is the before and after. As you can see, like it really sets the tone of the video. Imagine if I still use the stock colors. If you guys don't really know how to color grade, that's fine. But VN makes it so much easier for you guys so that you can all learn and practice. There's no harm in practicing, guys. So to recap, do not use the IG app to record your stories. The stock camera app has better quality than Instagram. Next is to create a story from beginning to the middle to the end. And then organize your footage. And music sets the mood and color in service of your story. Thank you guys. It's a pretty short lesson. Thank you so much.
Again, guys, thank you for attending the Crash Course series. If you don't know, Ready to Adult PH is actually a YouTube channel about personal finance, entrepreneurship, and other adulting how-tos. So you can check out my videos on YouTube. You can subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's the class for tonight, guys.